Hello everyone, 0635 here, and welcome to the final spooky review of 2025 on this channel. So today's review is the, I believe, SVI Lunging Reaper. Year is unknown when he was sold at. I think the very first year was like 2015 or something, but this is a version with the digital eyes, so he's kind of like the fancy one. This is not the one that has the bilingual settings on it, which if anyone has that module for sale, I'd be interested because I would like to have him speak French or Spanish or just go ooga booga. This is
bilingual.
Multilingual on me. Okay. My bad. Anyways.
Want a Sprite cranberry?
Don't trigger him yet. Okay. Anyways. So this fella, if you guys are wondering why there's so many AI videos made of this guy, was pretty much supposed to tease that we were getting him. Because here where we live, there's a local family-owned Halloween store / fireworks store that had him. And he was originally like $250. He didn't work. He did work years previously, up until this year when we went in. He was not lunging and his eyes were not working, so he was practically disabled. So I decided to, I was like, you know what? I spoke to my girlfriend about it, and we came to agreement that, you know what, let's get him as the animatronic prop for this year. Even though we wanted the balloon dog clown would have been the #1 choice, but we can't really see ourselves shelling out $300, and our Lowe's did not have him, which sucks because we really, really wanted him because she loves balloon dogs and clowns, and I like spookiness, and that guy just fit all the criteria. So he was absolutely great, but we didn't get him. So, like I said, we opted to get him, and that's why there were so many videos of him. Of course, the one that was used in that video for the videos was actually not this one. It was actually from another video, because I had took multiple screenshots of all the ones with the goofy digital looking eyes, so it would be funny. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I ended up paying $100 for him flat, and right as I was taking him apart, I ended up finding the issues that he had, so I was like, okay, you know what, this is going to be worth the buy. And we actually haven't used him at all this year, other than just Trunk or Treat yesterday as a photo op with Rocker Billy, which he was a hit. People were like, oh my gosh, I hope he turns on scares my kids. No, we didn't have him energized because they didn't have outlets, and I did have a battery pack ready for him to run on batteries, but as it looked terrible weather yesterday, it was like either we were going to do it or we weren't going to do it. So we ended up doing it, and it turned out being a big success. So next year, we're going to have them both energized if we can make that possible. So what was repaired on him, the bar that moves him forward had to be made a little bit more longer because he wasn't even hitting the relay at all. Like, he has one relay, which I don't know if these things are supposed to have more than one. He only had one relay, and the belt came off mainly because it could not reset properly, so the motor just kept spinning. To the point, the belt came off, and it literally was being eaten by the pulley. So I had my girlfriend look for a belt for me to see if she could find the right one. I ended up finding the wrong one. She found the right one, and that worked out. For the eyes, literally one wire with its pin came out of its socket, got back in, so the eyes worked. And to our surprise, they weren't derpy, even though we were expecting them to be derpy. Yes, a good handful of them looked terrible. So yeah, he ended up being a really good purchase, definitely worth the money. And yeah, as mentioned, this is an older one in some form because he has the multiple poles for the scythe, even though on the later one, it actually looks like a stick, like a wooden stick, to give it that more realism. So yeah, he has a good bit of wear and tear, but nonetheless still works. He is motion activated and or step pad activated, and he does have a continuous mode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get him activated.
The living never think that their lives will come to an end, but all it takes is one touch from me. You have escaped my grasp for now.
This one actually doesn't look as derpy from the head compared to all the other ones I've seen on YouTube, so that's actually a good bonus.
I have come to guide one of you into the afterlife. Come into my embrace and meet your fate. Don't worry, I will return for you soon enough.
I forgot to mention that during the trunk or treat, it got really windy, and since he has a small base compared to Billy that has a wide base, he actually ended up falling over and landing on Billy. Thankfully, no kids got hurt. I did have to rush through there immediately and get him all fixed up because even his scythe came off. If it says anything about him, a little girl came up thinking this was someone candy, literally opened up her trick or treat bag and literally said trick or treat. And I was like, that's the most cutest thing ever. And that little girl's brave, because when I was that little girl's brave, I was like crapping my pants whenever I saw these things. I absolutely hated animatronics like these as a kid. Like, even Billy I probably hated as a kid. But as I once I met Joe Bean videos and I eventually got my fear of these things, I was like, you know what? Yay. And now my mom hated it because more Halloween and Christmas stuff. Whippy. Anyways, so let's activate him again.
Want to play a game of
No, not
tag?
really.
If I catch you, you have to give up your soul. You're faster than you look. But don't worry, I'll get that soul one way or another.
Copyright.
Do you think that you can sneak past the Reaper? I always know when your time has come. Gotcha! Lucky for you, it's not your time yet.
I will say, he is pretty cool overall. The only thing I want people to answer me in the comments, if this is one of those animatronics where I have to worry about the latex getting messed up on this. By hand, it doesn't feel bad, but I just want to be very cautious with this guy, because if not, I'll just give him some mask. It would suck because, you know, it's how he's supposed to look. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about him. Pretty solid fella. Would I pay $250 for this guy? Probably not. I mean, then again, family owned, and animatronics in general are just ridiculously expensive, even given the fact that you got the simplistic ones. Cop, spirit, standing clown with its arm up in the air, and all it does move its freaking mouth. Yeah, that thing was expensive for what it was, and it literally was a Walgreens animatronic, just extended lengths. No, there was the one clown I showed you, where he just has his hand up in the air, and the only thing
Never think that their
he
lives
moves
will
is
come
his
to an
mouth.
end. But all it takes is one touch from me. You have escaped my grasp for now.
Something I do need to do with this fella is actually put a screw through the scythe blade, so that way it's not going all over the place, spinning around, because, you know, Reapers don't do that. Another thing I should mention is, at some point I'm going to try and see how much voltage it gives out for the eyes, because the eyes can literally be powered on individually. So if anyone has one of these guys, or pretty much just goes for any of the digital eyes animatronics, if you guys want to have them on display,
I have come to guide one of you into the afterlife. Come into my embrace and meet your fate. Don't worry, I will return for you soon enough.
so pretty much with those animatronics, if you were to just connect like a battery pack or something to the eyes, then the eyes should come on immediately and just stay on, and they'll just do their whole little eye animation thing, and you don't even have to have the animatronic itself powered on. Because I've noticed that, of course, the head will still work even if the eyes aren't connected, I mean, obviously. So there's that. So pretty much that's how these work, if that makes any sense. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this spooky review on the Lunging Reaper from SVI. And I'll see y'all next year for next year's spooky review 2026. Anyways, stay spooky.